Slap, slap, that's what they talking about. The who can be the first to phone the couch? And the blood love, yeah, that's in your couch. And could the people the art fuss about? Tell a friend, cause in your lap again, slap, slap in your lap every Sunday night. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live. And you can catch us for an hour, we don't go out till 9. What's up? 330-330-8822. In your lap again. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live. And you can catch us for an hour, we don't go out till 9.
Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing out there? Slap, slap in your lap. It's January the 28th. Hey, that quick, y'all. January 28th, 2012. We can't believe it. It's the 5th Sunday in January already. You know how we get it in. We did not miss a beat. Rain and Remix, your hip hop culture specialist, was here for you. It was January 1st, 2012. We was at the Lemon Grove talking, networking, standing in the snow. It was a cold day that day too. And we had a sudden snowstorm, just like today. So congratulations, everybody made it to January 28th, 2012. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching us live or watching us at a different time throughout the week. I hope you had a great week. Please call us up. Let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods. 330-330-8822. We're so excited to be at our new studio on Market Street, 4800 Market Street, the Dave Walker Realty Building or something. A lot of people have been calling me like, I don't know where y'all at, well, we're at Method 8 Studios, but we are using the facility to have our show In Your Lap and reality music this year so we can have more room. Now, if you've heard any rumors out there about anything negative, Rainmaker Entertainment does not involve themselves in anything negative, but we will take full advantage of our resources here in the Youngstown community. We work hard every day to have a voice for the people, and we deserve the chance to give back in the most professional way. And you know me, I love technology. So here we go, viral marketing. I got a special guest here today. I'm so excited. I talked to him a few weeks ago, and now we're finally here. We're going to be talking with him throughout 2012, checking up on what's going on. His name is Mr. Jimma McWilson, and he oversees the African American Achievement Campaign. It's education, education, education for the children of Youngstown. And that is a plus. And I've been out here in the community. I mostly talk to our artists about music and stuff. And then education slowly, seeps into our conversation because you cannot be a recording artist or any type of leader or someone in the public eye and not be aware of your environment. Um, all right, y'all know. I'm not gonna get deep because I don't want to offend anybody already. Because I know a lot of artists watch our show, but you have to acknowledge your environment. And if your project is like not focused towards your community, then you can just join the Youngstown movement and then handle that quick. The Youngstown movement is all action, no talking. We support all the positive movements in Youngstown, the music, the food, the schools, the children, the parents, everybody. We even try to help the felons when they get out to, a new path. We got all these different organizations together. So to me, there's no weapon formed against it. So I just want to end January in a proper way to lead you right into February. February 5th, Sunday, we're going to have some parents here talking about education. We have an artist perform. You know how we do it. The Youngstown Movement jumps off exclusively February 5th, Sunday, right here on In Your Lap. And you know you can watch this at any time. Now, it is my job to let you know that you have to join www.rawwar.biz to watch the show now. And you have to sign up to our site and join our music social network. You'll be glad you did. And click on Youngstown Movement to see who's joined the Youngstown Movement, what we got going on. And you can also go to Raw War's digital release party. So that's my spew for today. How y'all doing here?
Excellent. Slap hat. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling up in here today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm clipping. I'm like Max Headroom. I got that square thing going on.
I got a correction from the boardroom upstairs. They said today is 1/29/12 AD.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, no name.
Yeah,
no
it's
name.
129. I saw that. That looks like an 8. But it's January 29th, and we're going to keep it moving, okay? So let me look on my stuff. Well, I've been looking at some stuff. Let's see. Shouts out to Mike Forney. Mike Forney, we've been watching you on Facebook, and I turned into the Jam Bar and saw the Jam Bar is YSU's newspaper, and I saw that you wrote a play about your past relationships. I mean, you are such a player. Thank you so much. I know this is gonna be a great play.
Is it like Boomerang? Oh, we gotta go see. I wonder if it's gonna be like Boomerang. He was a player in the movie.
The storyline is about a woman who's gonna marry this guy. He asked to marry her, and so now she's talking to all the people in his past. And so this man has been about 6 to 7 different men and stuff like that. So he used real life situations and stuff. I really took the time out to read, like Mr. McWilson told me, read what he said. Tyler Perry is his inspiration. But I am just enlightened and very glad. I want to say congratulations to Charmaine Williams. She's on here. I see my friend Tiffany's on here. I see Mr. Dan Friendly on here. And you got some great talent, Mr. Mike Forney. So we're looking forward to that play. I'll look at it and I'll tell you guys when it is later on. We're gonna move quickly on. And then what else is going on? I want to talk to you guys about the digital sales. The digital sales have gone up 8% in America, so I think that's good for Raw War, the digital music renaissance and the Youngstown movement as we continue to step out in our independent movement. And that just says a lot that people are buying music on the internet still. And it's not too late, guys. It's not too late to jump on this thing that's going on. It's not too late to become a millionaire on the internet. Don't be deceived, okay? And the government is working on piracy and stuff and all that. But if you are a true musician making your own music and doing the things like you're supposed to, no biting, we don't take people's stuff, we don't take people's music. In hip hop, we loop a piece of music and we turn it into something totally different, okay? So when you send your music to the Harry Fox agency and he's screening that, you know. And a lot of my brothers, and I say brothers in rhyme, they have sent albums in from Youngstown producers who don't clear the screen. Like it's old samples from Chinese stuff from the library CDs and stuff. These people can put the music in the CD, put the CD into the machine and see the exact origin of the music. The music is coded. So I just wanted to tell you guys. So what's going on, Remit?
I'm sitting over here with Mr. McWilson, and I'm just reading all this material he gave me, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to educate yourself, but at the same time,
I'm gonna shoot you guys over to Studio B. Remix Your Hip Hop Culture Specialist is over there with Mr. McWilson. They have a lot to talk about. And in the meantime, I'll get that date for Mike Forney's play at YSU. So shout out to everybody that's watching. Please tell a friend. www.rawwar.biz. Join our social sites. It's going to be a great thing. We are worldwide. We are starting in Youngstown, but we are worldwide. We have people watching us in Africa.
Yeah.
We have people in Germany watching us all over the country, of course. Shout out to Atlanta, North Carolina, Raleigh, Charlotte. Of course, New York loves what we're doing because they don't get it like this no more. Because this is old to them. So they love to see us still doing this. So shout out to everybody that joined the Youngstown Movement, 1093 Entertainment, Minuteman Printing. We also have Pepways, Lemon Grove. Who else is on the bill?
We got
Dynasty Salon.
Jumped on. Come on, we got J&W Crown Limousine. We got Santos Computer Repair.
Okay.
We looking at Laura Neely. Made a verbal commitment to me. Just like everybody else, we all waiting on a little something coming in the mail. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, y'all know how I do it. You ain't got time. Because, we had a little introduction switch up. Everything's moving around. We switching it up. Gypsy Radio Hip Hop Culture Specialist jumped it off. And you ain't got time now to run tell your friends. Maybe you want to pick up your phone, open your laptop, and tell your buddy next to you that Remix and Mr. McWilson is finna go head to head. And my main focus right now is this education. Because I got 4 little boys. Not one, I got 4 little boys. And my main goal with them is don't bring on no D's and F's. And we cool. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my kids, because they know I don't play that. Jigga, you got some D's, that ain't what's up. I ain't gonna get on you. But you know I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Mr. McWilson doesn't play that either. He has a program set up. Why don't you explain to him a little bit about what Mr. McWilson and his team is doing?
Well, the basic thing is to keep our kids going up.
Okay.
Up and up. Because those who don't want our kids to go up, they're definitely working to undercut them, miseducate them, mislead them, misinform them, and misdirect them. That is their goal. So our goal has to be to counteract that.
Right.
By all means necessary. That's why I'm here. No ifs, no ands, or buts about it. We have an excellent team that's working on it, but that team has to continuously grow because they've got all kinds of resources, and we have to bring everything to bear this community has, from hip hop to rap to the church gospel. Everybody's got to get aboard because they've been doing this for years, and they've codified this in law. And when I say codified it in law, I mean in law. And so when we step out thinking that we turn our kids over to the people who are going to do the job, I can prove to you by their facts that they have not done the job that we are paying them to do.
Okay. Now I know it might be several viewers that's looking like, okay, Mr. McWilson, he's a leader in our community. You know, why don't you explain to him?
Servant leader.
Explain to him exactly what it is Mr. McWilson does in his community.
My job, I came here 5 years ago.
From where, Mr.
From
McWilson?
San Diego, California.
Okay.
I resigned $100,000 compensated job to come here to do this for free. One, because I owe people who have done things for me and helped me be successful. So when my last child, my baby boy, became an attorney, then it was time for me to step out and do what I want. Just the way your kids step out and do what they want to do. Then this is what I want.
On your own path.
That's right. I just wanted to be able to every day get up and know that I could do what I wanted to do without going through a job, without anybody telling me what I needed to do. I wanted to focus on how to help the kids and how to show parents how I was able to be successful with my kids. Does not mean that they didn't all have something happen to them in their lives, just like parents have things going on in their lives, but how I got through it and how I helped them get through it. Because if we don't do that, if we're not patient, if we're not loving, if we're not supportive, they can't get through it the same way we didn't get through it. So if we learn to do that first, then we can help them get through it. Because they're going to go through it if they live in the United States. Okay. See, because people don't understand that the United States of North America is a criminogenic society. And a criminogenic society means that it survives on crime. You understand? It produces crime.
Y'all better listen up. Tell y'all friends to tune in to www.rawwar.biz. Jimma McWilson and Remix is going head up about this education that's going on in our community. Now, I see that Mr. McWilson has a wonderful team. If you don't mind, I would like to point these team members out. You know what I'm saying? I got Sister Wanda Coleman, co-president of Parent Student Union. Sister Robin Net Brady, she's the co-president of the Parent Student Union as well. Brother Christopher Martin, he's a member and also a parent of the student union as well. Sister Donna Love, she's a member and also a parent to the student union. Brother John Copeland, he's a member and also a parent to the student union. Brother Williams is a member and also a parent to the student union. Sister Pamela Collins of Marcus Garvey Association. Sister Jackie Adair, United Front for Educational Justice. Brother Wally, one more time for me. Saludin, United Front for Educational Justice. Brother Louis Muhammad Group. Wow. I'm breathtaking. And I read this already, y'all. Y'all know I'm over here, getting my education on. But Brother Louis Muhammad of Muhammad Study Group number 9. Brother John Clark of the African Village, Youngstown, Ohio. Reverend Henry McNeil, President of Baptist Pastor Council. Reverend Rosaline Martin, she's a Christ Memorial AME Zion Church. Reverend Selena Jenkins, Baptist Pastor Council. Brother George Freeman, NAACP Education Committee Chair, and Brother Jimma McWilson. It is an honor to have you on in your lap.
Yes.
You got a nice team behind you, and I know, we had several discussions, and I just love what you're doing at P-Rock there. I'm gonna jump right into it a little bit, y'all. Y'all bear with me right quick. I see here one of y'all immediate goals that stuck out to me is y'all want to reduce the DRF was first. Y'all excuse me. I got a lot of DRFs, man, when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? Not like I was bad or nothing like that. But why I always get them right up? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because you were a black man.
Is that what it was?
They have to prepare you for the school to prison pipeline.
Mm.
See, if I could write you up, keep writing you up, keep writing you up.
It wasn't even bad though.
But you see, it's not about you being bad. It's about preparing you to do one of two things. I got to prepare you for the school to prison pipeline. Because if I can get you in that pipeline, I can get you in the juvenile hall.
Oh, that makes sense.
And in juvenile hall, the state pays $80,000 a year to maintain you in juvenile hall, and $9,000 a year to send you to school.
Right. It costs $9,000 for the government, right?
Yeah.
To withstand the individual in school.
Yeah.
You get from the government $80,000
$80,000
to house a situation.
Wow. The juvenile hall. So that's a
And
lot
that
of
is
jobs.
why I chose to go the route that I did. Y'all know me. Y'all don't know me, but y'all do. Y'all done seen me out and about in y'all community, and y'all know that the road that you use to choose, and I'm going to say it again, the road you use to choose is the path that you gonna take. And y'all have known me for a long time. I ain't never, caused harm to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I read that thing about the DRS, and it's showing me exactly who I am today. I am that person that's not gonna get in trouble. Trouble ain't gonna come my way because I'm not gonna go find it. Now we as parents got to make sure our kids is out of trouble. We just had a little incident, over the weekend. Mr. McWilson, one of my friends, lost another one of his child. You know what I'm saying? That hurt me, because a moment, if y'all don't mind, for the Cruz family. But we gotta do something. We gotta do something, Mr. McWilson. Our community cannot go another decade like this. I was a child growing up in Youngstown, Ohio. It has got worse.
Because we have gotten worse. You see, the adults who are supposed to be setting the path, supporting, defending. Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Being the role model, being the power source, intervening, preventing, have been paid off. Receive 30 pieces of silver, not to stand in the gap, not to breach the wall and allow structural racism to run rampant. It allowed Lucifer to get in the gap and pretend to be that which we're supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People don't understand. It's like I said to a group of pastors to get them aboard. Yeah. A table has 4 legs: faith, belief, and prayer. But faith without works is dead. So a lot of people have faith, belief, and prayer. They were missing work. Work. You have to put in the work. You got to put in the work.
Action. Well,
that's action. You said it before.
Mm-hmm.
See, you gotta finish on Sunday, but on Monday you gotta go to work.
You gotta go back and do it again.
You gotta go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You gotta put all that faith in those prayers to work. Just because you pray doesn't mean it's gonna happen unless you put in the work. You were given 5 gifts to mix with that faith, to mix with those prayers, and to mix with that belief. That's to make it happen. That's why you have these hands. That's why you have the brains. If you don't put it with that, they're going to outthink you. Because what people don't know is in the battle of the mind, we are unarmed and our children are armed with the wrong weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's right.
Perception.
That's right.
Wow.
You understand? Their perception of what they're supposed to be doing isn't the reality of what the adults are doing. They're perceiving what they're doing, but the reality of what they're doing is not the same thing.
We got to make it make sense for these kids, y'all.
Absolutely. And then we tell the kids to go do X, Y, and Z. But what they're doing is A, B, and C.
Mr. McWilson, not to cut you off, but we got to pay some dues. It's 2012, 1/29/11 AD, and that's how we're going to do it. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get with you in a sec. I'm going to do some more homework. Everything you need. You can have this prepare your lunch and take dinner home to the bunch. 330-746-0089, 1722, Belmont Avenue, Galaxy Seafood. Capture the image of Black photography, professionally done by Laura Nelson, from team pictures to headshots. Capture the image of Black photography, 330-398-0511. Call and book your session today. Kingdom Media Group been holding it down for quite some time, and they still doing their thing. Look to shoot the videos and call Kingdom Media Group. 404-784-5429. Kingdom Media Group got it. Ohio's hottest nightclub in the area. Y'all know what it is. Club Rose, Youngstown, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Akron. Y'all know what the hottest nightclub in the area is. Club Rose, 271 South Main Street, Akron, Ohio. Get there. Club Rose. It takes one step to life, so get it right. No matter the situation, one step to life in the right direction. Call today. No hesitation. 330-781-7150. Here's the location. 361070. Mr. McWilson, that was, going over this paperwork that you allowed me to go over. And I see that a lot of these say January 27th, 2012 at 9 p.m. What happened January 27th at 9 p.m.?
We've taken the worst school in Youngstown City Schools.
Which is?
Foucsed.
Okay.
That's our heavy lift. They have all 8th and 9th grade. So while we are negotiating at the top, we're also doing work at the bottom. This school has 531 students. In the first 9 weeks of school, they suspended 335.
90 down to 2 something. Wow.
They had 1,594 suspension incidents.
That come from the DRF, right? Writing them up.
That's right. And suspended.
Now
that's not how many DRF they had.
Wow.
They had 4,000 DRF.
We got a couple questions from the audience. We got In Your Lap Black Paparazzi in the building. Got some questions from over there. I just want to start off and just ask, do they when you step to different people and ask, talk to them about your solutions, do they explain to you about these children's behavior? Because you say they did it. So, like, I've been in some classrooms, and what do you tell them about these children's behavior? Because they're very rebellious to authority, especially authority that they don't believe in.
Right.
So, what do you say to them when they come at you about the behavior?
A lot of the behavior, a lot of the kids, for a lot of different reasons. Some of the behavior could be because of what's happened outside of the school, what's happened to them at home, what's happened to them on the way home, what's happened to them on the way to school. Some of it could be generated right there in the classroom from the person, the adult in the room. We have found situations where just recently, which caused us to go to be out there first, a teacher who didn't want to be at the school stated they didn't want to be at the school, stated that in front of the students in the classroom that they weren't going to learn, they weren't going to graduate, they didn't want to be there to teach them.
Wow. So that sounds familiar, y'all.
Okay. So that was a huge thing. Well, fortunately for us, we had one of our parent-student union members that challenged that teacher right there in the classroom and was willing to testify to the superintendent, the deputy superintendent, and their team about this person. So they had to take action immediately. Now, just so you know, we found out, because we have to read the contract of the union, that at minimum, to fire a teacher, where you dot all the I's and cross all the T's, that bad, it takes 2 years and $200,000. What? That's from a union expert. An administrator will tell you it takes longer than that, maybe up to 4 years and $400,000.
And that's strange too, because I know a teacher who, and it's not going against what you're saying, but they were a substitute, and they got rid of him quick, you know. And it was a black teacher.
Substitute is quicker because they don't have a long-term contract and don't have seniority. If you are a full-time teacher with seniority, you're covered by a contract that gives you all kinds of due process.
I just kind of wish that would have protected him because he wanted to stay in there with the schools, but some false accusations came up, and he is an African American male adult who, you know, very inspiring. They got him out there fast, and I wish he had
just not be called back tomorrow.
Exactly, they never called him back. So shouts out to Knowledge out there, and
so that's what happened.
Yeah.
So those things can happen with the kids, but the other side of that is that you have situations with the kids where you've got a ninth grader that's having issues, that's 4 years behind in reading, 4 years behind in math, 4 years behind in social studies, and they're trying to teach them ninth grade math, ninth grading, and ninth grade social studies. What are you gonna get? You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that because you don't know what you don't know if you're already 4 years behind. So if people are calling on you, what you gonna do but act up? So you got it already.
And what's your question?
Yes. Mr. McWilson, I'd like to ask you a question.
Sure.
Why do you think our kids are failing? What can we do about it?
Well, first of all, to change it, there are two words that people use, and we're trying to get them to switch words. They have been using the word improvement since the Brown v. Board of Education decision in 1954. So they've been trying to improve since 1954. Now, our preference is they need to correct it. Because when you correct something, that's a different mindset. You set timelines. You say, I'm going to get this done by. We're going to put the resources to it. To do that, the black community has to decide it wants an education revolution. Literally. You're going to turn some people out. You're going to get rid of people. And that includes people that might look like you that are doing the very thing that they say racist people do. Because if you get a black person who has the same class value as a person coming out of Canfield or Boardman or Struthers or Liberty, and they're coming in at 10,000 feet, and when they cross the Midlothian or they cross the line on Gypsy, and all of a sudden they're looking down in Youngstown at sea level, and they start looking at the kids like they're at sea level because they are 49% poor, then what you got is you've got people looking down on the kids, have low expectations for the kids. So if that's the case, like it was with the last state superintendent, if we had to take on the last Ohio State superintendent who came in here from Columbus and said all she expected basically was for Youngstown City Schools as a district was to make continuous improvement, which is like, I want you to go from an F to a C, but that's all I expect of you. I don't expect you to get an A. Well, that's low expectations right off the bat. Because if Youngstown City Schools would attain a continuous improvement level, that means 50% of the black kids have to be on the bottom. You understand? Well, so what I'm saying to you is, unless the black community wakes up and says, we expect more, we demand more, and we will not allow you to use our tax dollars for anything less, you're going to continue to get less.
More. One thing that I have noticed in the city, you have certain individuals that's, like in the media spotlight. Like the morning show that comes on in the morning, Last Man Standing, Mr. Bowles. What is your opinion of Mr. Bowles and what he does for the community? Because some of his tactics that he used I found to be very troubling because he tends to come across as a person that says a lot of good things, right? But he don't have a solution to nothing. And it seems like it's no good unless he says it. It's not an issue unless he makes it an issue. If you or somebody else wants to make it an issue, if he doesn't like it, he doesn't make it an issue, and therefore it misleads a lot of the general public that listens to his radio station. Do you have that type of?
Well, here's what we do, and here's how we handle, quote, the media. The media is a medium.
No, so, no, I just what the point I'm trying to make is that I see everybody seems to gravitate towards him.
Right.
And that's a good thing.
Right.
But when I notice that it seems like he reflects what he wants to deflect away from making it an issue,
right,
that can become harmful to certain individuals in the community.
Right.
It seems to make him no difference.
Well,
that's what makes him troubling to me, because he mixes. Let me see. He seems to tend to mix fiction with truth, reality with myth.
Right.
He stirs that all up.
Is it
right? But what you have is you have a show,
and I don't think
you have a showman who has to have to worry about ratings, and so any showman with a show that worries about ratings and maintaining ratings, all showmen do that. But what you have to do and what we do is we never called into the show to participate, and we called in often.
Well, last time I called into the show, this is why I can say that. Last time I called into the show, it was a couple of months ago. I called it concerning our city, city high school football team.
Right.
How they never seemed to be able to participate at a certain level, and it was becoming very troubling to me because I got wind of the kids actually fighting each other, teammates fighting each other on the football field.
Right.
And when I felt like, man, with that kind of stuff happening now that the system is broken, they need to get this guy out of here.
Right.
And I brought that towards the attention on the radio that, hey man, this guy, he's gonna get one of our kids hurt out of here, and our kids deserve better, being that they don't have many options of getting out of here. And I end up being called, what he called me? He called me a coward, and he called me broke. Right on. And then when he said that,
you became the issue.
Right. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Now, this is not like no personal attack against this coach or nothing. He's a coach. And I'm going strictly by his record. Right. I didn't say, yeah, I see him at the bar drinking every night and, nothing like that. Right. So for him to attack me that way, it just drew all kind of red flags. Like, okay, what is your agenda? What are you trying to do? And I would have been called back on the radio station if I felt like he would allow me to get my point across, but he had hang up on me. Right. So I always have that red flag up with it when it comes to that.
Mr. Bowles came to our education. We called a community education center in December 4th a year ago. Of all the leaders who in the community who say they care about kids, it's San Diego State. And he was one of approximately 50 people that responded. He was one of approximately 38 that signed a pledge to do what we call a 360-degree, 1 degree task. We didn't want someone doing 10 tasks. We wanted to do 8 tasks, 1 to do 1. And just one thing. What he decided, what he agreed to do was to make Wednesday Education Wednesday. So every Wednesday since a year ago, he has given Wednesday and up to education.
That's the mixed messages that I say that he come across doing. What I see it, because that's a good thing.
So, but let me just say how.
But an individual like me, I have a lot of concerns and experience in the city. I've lived here almost my whole life. And I done seen him probably a lot more than what he have seen in the streets, especially when it comes to the streets. So I have a lot of input. So for you to shut me down, and I know what my agenda is, being concerned about, because the young man that just got this was murdered the other day. I remember him when he was a baby too. I also watched him grow up. So I'm seeing all this stuff too, and it's a real major concern of mine on what is the source of all these problems we having. And when he does the thing, and reason why I'm still speaking on it, because he's in the public eye. Right. You know, if he wasn't in the public eye, he'd just be another Joe Blow. Right. But being in the public eye, I hope he gets this, you know, and maybe he might want to sit down and talk man to man with me without him hanging up on me or storming out of, you know.
And see, what I did was I got him outside of the show in an arena where the issue was framed in a larger framework on a specific set of issues, i.e. the education of our children. Because when you look at education as a prevention tool, the idea, we don't use education in the simple sense of schooling. To us, education, if you look on our website, is bigger than academic preparation. Education, as we find it, has to do with health, know yourself, health, education, economics, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, and entertainment. So it's all 11 of those components.
I just got one more for you, Mr.
Sure.
Jimma McWilson. Just one last question, you know. And I know, like everybody know right now, you probably from the Yo right now, you want to know this one question.
Okay.
Can the Youngstown parents save these students?
Absolutely. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it.
Now, do you see this as a long process? I mean, of course, it's going to take time.
I see it as a revolutionary process. Okay. It's a long process if everybody's lazy.
Okay. That's what I don't like.
It's a revolutionary process.
Okay, I got a call coming in. One moment. 1 second. Slap, slap in your lap. Who's calling?
Slap, slap in your lap. This is Monica B. from Marshall.
Oh, how you doing? We're looking forward to having you on the show this year. And I'm glad you called. I saw you on Facebook, and I needed you to tell our fans out there, tell all our friends and family and community about the bus ride that's going on. Because I don't want to say the wrong stuff. I want them to get, you know, the right information.
Okay, it is our governor for the first time in history is going to do the state of the state address in someplace other than Columbus. There are those of us that think that perhaps it's because he did not want a lot of people to be at the State House when he gave the state of state address. So he has moved it to the bill. So to make sure that he has representation from the people of the state of Ohio who are not really pleased with his progress to this point, there are these buses that will be going, free buses, taking people to this protest. Those of us that are riding on the buses are basically not happy with his performance from the privatizing, his wanting to privatize the prisons, the allowing the gas companies to come in here and basically wreck our land, to what's going on in our schools, what's happening with the unions. A lot of issues that we are not really happy about. And so Representative Hagan agreed to sponsor a bus that will be leaving from the Unitarian Church on Elm Street on February 7th, about 9:30. We'll be leaving out. We'll supposed to be there at 9:30. We'll be leaving about no later than 10 to get down there so that we can exercise our civil rights and let him know that we're not happy with his progress, and the bus ride is free. Now, if people do not have Facebook and they are interested in going on this, I will give out my cell phone number if that's okay, and they can call me, and I will make sure that they are on the list for the bus to go to the protest on February 7th. We'll be leaving about 9:30. I believe that people will be speaking around 1 something, and then we'll be heading back to the other.
Go right ahead and say your number.
Okay, it's 330-880-8255.
Okay, and thank you very much. Make sure you tell Grandma Flashlight I said hello. We're looking forward to her coming and showing us some of her new skills this year. And
That's right.
I will make sure I post that on Facebook. And you have a great evening. Everybody say goodbye to Miss Monica.
Bye
Bye.
Slap, slap in your lap.
You know it.
Okay, peace.
If she hit on like
Yeah, all four.
on four key elements.
Okay.
She
Confirmation.
She was watching.
She hit all
Yeah,
four of them.
everybody's on Facebook and like I'm making comments, so they're keeping up with the show without watching. And like I said, we're thankful for the fact that they can watch us at any time they like. And so we are live at about around 8 o'clock, sometimes a little bit after 8. So this is going well, and I know a lot of people tuning in. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the community because what's going on here is going on all over the world. So we're dealing with real issues, and so we hope that.
And believe it or not, I'm in touch with people. This exact same thing that's happening in Paris. It's the exact same thing that's happening in London. And people don't realize it. It's happening in Missouri. It's happening in places. See, our people, and that's why we're known as Africans, not blacks. Because the African descendant person is having the same problem in points of the world where they were dropped off. And that's the most important thing for us to know. That's why they don't want you to connect as an African. They want you to be a black. They want you to be a color. They want you to be all these other things. Because once you start connecting to your Africanness, then you can connect the resources. You can connect the nations. You can connect to powers that they don't want you connected to. Because it's all there. And that's how I
And that's why I say, what I say, y'all?
Slap, slap.
And
network.
Okay. Very important.
Yeah, we were just going over that 30 days ago about being called black as opposed to African American or anything, and we was looking at how black was nothing. Nothing to tie to identify. I said, no, no wonder we don't know who we are because what is black? Seriously.
And people looked at the history of it. It was appropriate at the time because what Stokely Carmichael was doing was looking at power as an opposite to the white supremacy. And what he was trying to do was get people to take what was going on with them at the time. They were calling them Negroes, as the Portuguese had done, because people didn't realize that we didn't come here in 1619 into the Americas. The Portuguese brought us here in 1400. It was 100 years before the Spanish brought us here in 1500. And that was 100 years before the British brought us here in 1600.
My uncle got a song about that same thing right now you talking about. Y'all know my Uncle KRS-One? He got that song.
He does.
You heard it.
I know it. I know KRS-One.
That's what I'm saying, y'all.
So people, see, that's what our kids need to know. Because when people just talk about 1619, 1619, they're prompt right into the borders of the United States. My favorite hero in the Americas is a fellow by the name of Zumbi. There is a bust of Zumbi in the new capital of Brazil called Brasilias. And they have a bust of him because he was the warrior that they could never conquer that set up a place called Palmares in Brazil. And they could never conquer him because they made the mistake of bringing all of the same type of Africans in this one place. The Portuguese did, speaking the same language. So they had the same rites of passage for their warriors. So all their warriors were together. And they were beating the stink out of the Portuguese. They had to bring their greatest general from Portugal to chase this guy down and break up the state called Palmares in the late 1800s. So all this stuff ties into history. This is what our history that our kids need to know. The warriors that were there. It's like people talk about Martin Luther King and what was going on, but parallel to Martin Luther King were the Deacons of Defense. And the Deacons of Defense were warriors that were running down the Klan. And people don't even talk about that. And when I say running down the Klan, I'm talking locked, loaded, and shooting car to car. This is all during the time Martin Luther King's over here, and they're running down just like this, side by side, during the same time. But people don't
See
talk
how they
about
don't
it.
even talk about that.
So
when you hear something like that, it makes you want to rise up. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just do one thing. I need y'all to stand up for whatever it may be that you believe in. If you believe in your child going to school, coming home with the honor roll, well, stand up for your child.
Absolutely.
If you believe that your community shouldn't have potholes, well, stand up for that.
That's
if
right.
you believe your community shouldn't be fracking,
Gotta stand up
well,
for
stand up
What is
for it.
fracking? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's a whole nother topic.
It's a whole nother topic, but it's a part of
Hey, but-
being educated. I mean, it's like most people didn't know. I mean, 99% of the people that I talked to when I got here did not know that African descendant people in the state of Ohio, according to the sovereign state laws of Ohio, were not citizens of the state of Ohio until 2003.
What?
Until 2003. If you Google tonight, when you get off the show,
Okay.
Ohio and the 14th Amendment in African Americans, you will find out that Africans in the state of Ohio were not official citizens until 2003, according to the laws of Ohio. 2003. 8
Wow.
years ago.
Wow. Ain't nothing like sitting chopping up Mr. McWilson, man. He give you so much game and so much knowledge. You know, I need to make sure y'all find Mr. McWilson whenever you can, because he's a busy man. You know, he got lots going on in the community.
You can just give me a call, but you got a son at Williamson. You can go online under the campaign. Join the Parents Tribune, because you got a child in this district. You need, see, it's the collective power of a parent, not just a parent. Because what happens with a parent gets stumped down in school. Because when they come at you, they don't come at you by themselves.
No.
It's the group. And that's where the parent gets frustrated. The parent gets just upset, and then when the parent goes off, they have a policy that if they believe you are a threat, it's like the police, if they believe that you are a threat, they can bar you from coming on the school ground. You can have 5 kids in the school, and you can be barred from coming anywhere near the school, just on the basis of the belief that you're a threat. So you have to, I mean, those are all just rules that all of a sudden they get pulled up in the middle of it.
Okay.
And if they want to get to me directly, you can call 330-507-1026. That's 330-507-1026.
Mr. McWilson, we appreciate it.
No problem.
We ain't going to hold you up, Miss McWilson. I'm going to let you get your husband back. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? We had a young lady,
my daughter, oldest daughter, called. She's in town tonight. She's leaving from Maryland. She's down for 2 or 3 days. She's down for her birthday.
Okay, she's brave. She's brave. A lot of people don't want to come to Youngstown, but it's okay, right?
Yeah, she has 2 sons here.
Okay.
2 young men here. Yeah, my 2 grandsons here.
Okay, well, welcome home. Welcome to Youngstown, Ohio, where we are making power moves. And despite what it looks like out there, you know what I'm saying? It's warm in here.
It's warm in here.
It's warm in here. It's all about.
I really appreciate what the 2 of you are doing. It's really great. Young people really need to understand that they have a First Amendment right and a 14th Amendment right. They need to exercise their right. The young brothers need to read the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. It is designed specifically for the heirs of those who enslaved us, to give them the right in the 21st century to re-enslave us. There's one word in the 13th Amendment, the word accept. The 13th Amendment says, servitude, involuntary servitude shall not exist except we're incarcerated. That's why they're re-incarcerating now. Because you privatize the prison, then you put them to work for 50 cents to $1. They can now, as a private corporation, have a partnership with a private manufacturer. They can now compete with China because they have cheap labor. How simple it is.
And they still get paid from the government for housing, huh?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's as simple as that. So you definitely want to read that stuff because it's all there and it's all legal. That's what makes up a crime-injuring society.
Mm-hmm.
It makes profits off crime.
To hear more about Mr. McWilson and what he got going on, you got to find him yourself. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it.
All right.
Slap in your lap. Check that out.
Thank you much.
And that's right. It's January 29, 2012, and we are glad for everybody who tuned in. Make sure you do tell a friend to join our social website at www.rawwar.biz. Again, shouts out to everybody who made it to the Youngstown Movement deadline. We're extending it for another maybe 14 days because we got some people who are trying to decide which package they want to choose. Don't wait too long because we got to get this thing pressed up and on the go. And again, I always forget about my nonprofits. So again, a part of the Youngstown Movement, we have the African American Achievement Campaign. Also, we have UNAT. That is the company that works with the kids, helps them with drama and music. They have something, I think it's, I want to say every second Sunday. But we find out more about that when they come on the show. We're starting Youngstown Movement, all the great things going on next Sunday. Please make sure you tune in. Please make sure you join the site so we can just email you and let you know what's going on. You can never miss it because it's being recorded in the most technical way, and we love the technology that's going on. So let's see. On Facebook, I want to say shouts out to Paris Hill, Keelan Logan. I see what y'all. I see David Mozzie, and I see a lot of people talking about and our friend here in Youngstown. And we do want to say that we send all our love to you. And anytime you're ready, you know you can call me and Mick anytime you want, because we really do know that you are Los the Hood Star and you're going through a lot, but we're here to support you, and we're never going to stop loving you, never going to let go, because we don't want these things to happen. This is a vicious cycle, and now we got to move towards something better for the kids of Youngstown. I mean, even if the solution is to move, we don't mind that, but you're paying for the trip. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, they keep telling us to move away from the area, and we have decided to stay. And by that I mean not physically, but I mean the movement is not going to end. We grew up here. When I'm in Atlanta, when I'm in North Carolina, I think about Youngstown. I was born here. When I was a child, I asked God, why? Why Youngstown of all the cities in the world? And as I grow and begin to understand why, I love and appreciate that. So I just wanted to give shout out to everybody in Youngstown
I
Movement.
can also say, I've been 3/4 of the way around the world. I had offices in 12 cities in 12 states. And I've been in a city, in a state, where they are not having the same problem. So if you're going to help fight it, you just choose the place you're going to fight it. Because no matter what city you go into, unless you've got a gated community and you're not going to lose all of the black folks, you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to fight the problem.
Yeah. And like they said, wherever you at, there you are.
Yeah. So
you have to represent good no matter where you at. And so let me see. I didn't want to leave out JFE Entertainment. Shouts out to Bridge. Shouts out to Mike Finley, Youngstown's Arthur. Shouts out to Dynasty Salon. You know, I'm getting it together, guys. I'll be ready for you Sunday, February the 5th. Please call us at 330-330-8822, 24 hours a day. We are waiting to hear from you. Any issues, any new songs, anything going on, new fashion. We're going really, really hard for 2012. We are so excited, and we thank all of our supporters for helping us to continue on for a whole year. Because we was just joking around when we started this, and all of a sudden, now we slapping people. So
Big A's all the way. What's happening, homie?
Yeah, shouts out to Big A's. And Sun Auto, we come and pick up the check. Y'all know what it is. We ain't afraid to say it. We're not afraid to say it.
Make checks payable to Rainmaker Entertainment.
Yeah, love y'all.
Probably, yo, if you know what I know. Where you from, Mr. McWilson?
Actually, I'm actually from Alabama. I came through here for like 4 years, 5 years. Split, went to San Diego after Vietnam. Stayed there for 43 years. My brother was murdered here on Hilton. Nephew murdered here on Hilton. And literally came back here from Vietnam. I wipe everybody out.
Yeah, that's in your lap.
Because of my mom.
Because the people that are fucking about. Tell a friend, cause in your lap. Then slap, slap in your lap every Sunday night.
So that's how
Next year, every time we go live, we can take it for an hour. We don't
so
walk
I've
on
been
what's up.
associated with some of the same stuff, right? I've been doing